learning from each other. So first of all, I would like to implore on you, ladies and gentlemen, to turn on your camera if you're able to. I know some of us are still at work and you're not able to turn it on. We appreciate you, but for those who are able to turn on your camera, please do that, because this is only once a week, as most of us know. I do want to acknowledge Synovia Binden. Synovia is a local celebrity here in Cincinnati, Ohio. And I love the fact that we have actually known her for over 2 years now. And she's been really instrumental in bringing people to us so we can spread the good news of UNO. So welcome, Miss Synovia. Thank you so much. I am very humbled by your attendance today. It is really perfect though, because our honored guest is actually an entertainer himself, and that's going to be a surprise in the next few minutes. Again, welcome, and thank you all for everyone who actually turned on the camera. There's so many people here that I want to acknowledge for giving their precious time to participate. I know they're very busy, but they are here. So without further delaying this, I do want to let everyone know about some ground rules. Please make sure that you have an open mind as you hear our global business preview. Jeffrey Brewster and I we tried to make it very cohesive to everybody, but as you know, it's global. There's some language barrier and there's some other challenges, but the fact that you all are here as we journey into understanding each other better. I want to acknowledge Patricia, who is Unopreneur from Kenya, and she has been attending religiously. I appreciate that very, very much. So turn on your camera. Please refrain from side conversations. Also, before we wrap up, please make sure that you do participate in our Kodak moment at the end. And for those people that are just tuning in, please put in your real name. We'd love to talk to real people and not smartphones, iOS. The group is wonderful, knowing that everyone's represented here, but we'd like to have your real name so we can get familiar of who you are, because we're hoping to see you again every Wednesday. Every Wednesday, as most of us know, we come together at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time and 10 p.m. in the Philippines. Of course, we have people in California and other countries. Please, if you're interested in joining in, please watch the postings in our official UNO Premier Facebook page. So Jeffrey, are we ready?
Oh, yes, we are ready. We are so ready. And I am so excited. Thank you for sharing that video and song tribute by Jennifer Lopez. It really gives a different perspective sometimes when you sit and listen to the wonderful words and the lyrics of those anthems and what it means for us here in the USA and the opportunities that we can share across the entire globe. Thank you so much for highlighting those meaningful words for this great country.
Thanks, Jeff. And because of, thanks for your comment that prompted me to, as you know, I am a data geek. I like to state datas and facts because without the data, it really doesn't mean much. But let me just share with you, especially the US immigrant population in the Philippines, of which our target is for most of us that are here in the US. The immigrant population includes all, we're talking about US residents that are born abroad, including naturalized citizens, green card holders, refugees, and unauthorized immigrants. It does not include the tourists who may be in the US for short visit. But we all need to know, if you don't know already, that the immigrants account for roughly half of the yearly population growth in the United States. and make up for nearly 15% of US population. So you repeatedly, here's another data fact. The United States admitted an average of 250 immigrants a year in the 1950s, 330,000 in the 1960s, 450,000 in the 1970s. That includes me, by the way, my family. 735,000 in the 1980s, and over 1 million a year since the 1990s. Almost 110,000 foreigners enter the United States on a typical day. Now, putting that into perspective about this global preview, that we have an outreach globally, so that multiplies that. So I'm so thrilled to be part of this, and we will continue providing the service, provided that you guys really like it. So we need feedback as we move on. So Jeff, what I'm gonna do, everyone, is to show you, I'm gonna share my screen and we're gonna get started. Thank you so much for your patience. We're looking at UNO as it started in 2007. And Ms. Kelly, I invite you to jump in anytime. You've been part of this since September. We actually started in September of last year when we came together with a goal to have a global presentation once a week for people who have prospects that do not speak Tagalog, or like third generation Filipinos, and even friends and relatives that are not necessarily Filipinos. So I appreciate Christina Rivera for pushing this forward. Everyone knows, most of us know, except for Miss Zenobia, that we actually started in 2007 as Uno Local that was launched in the Philippines. We have a little over 1,000 offices in the Philippines, and since then created 3,000 self-made millionaires. And in 2015, with OFWs, the Overseas Foreign Workers and Foreign National Friends and Family in mind, our company, Uno Local, branched out to Uno Premier. And this is when they decided to push it out, especially to the countries that are hosting most of our OFWs. Now, Jeff, we've talked about the OFW data of how they are the unsung heroes and they bring in so much money. Tell us more about that, Jeff.
Yeah, you know, when you look at that total population, which is a wonderful, wonderful market-based opportunity, we're talking about a group of individuals that contribute up to $34 billion. That's billion with a B, to the gross domestic product of the Philippines. What an opportunity it is for us across the globe to share in the economic growth of that particular community of overseas foreign workers.
Exactly. And those OFWs that we call it, are, like I said, are the economic heroes. 2.2 million members of them, that is the 2019 data. And also, I want to acknowledge that why are there so many OFW, why is it that most of our offices that we establish outside the Philippines are in Saudi Arabia, UAE, Qatar, and in Singapore and Hong Kong? Because those are actually the destination places for OFWs, because they treat them right. They give the best working conditions and salary. So that's why when the gentleman here shown on the right-hand side, we're talking about the board of directors. We're going to talk about them a little bit more in a few minutes. They decided that, hey, you know what? When we expand globally, let's make sure that not only are we going to provide an opportunity to enhance income for those people that are out there working really hard to send money to the Philippines, why don't we think about bringing them back home? Why don't we think about exporting our products? Exporting products instead of exporting people. So I think that to me made a personal impact when I joined this company. Okay. Now, the fact that Irby Chewell, William Barbo, and Oliver Chewell, let's talk about them. They have a combined experience of over 60 years. They have been multi-level marketers for many decades. And what happened is they have worked for global companies, all the, for many, many years. They built and then things come crumbling down. Not their fault, but the fact that most multi-level marketing companies that they work for either folded because the products were not up to par, or the business concept just did not work. So all three gentlemen decided that, okay, why don't we put together all our combined experiences, talent, and wisdom to build this company named Uno, so we can plow through and build this and keep it going for years to come. And so, Jeff, as you know, they have been very successful in making that happen. And you are so articulate in your admiration to these gentlemen. Please share that with us.
Well, I love to analyze their vision and what it has meant for the people of the Philippines and what it means today for us as an international and global community. I'd like to really hone in on their vision for this wellness transformation. And it's not just increasing the health, but it's also increasing the wealth of people worldwide. That is an incredible combination when you look at it, because when we think of healthcare, we normally think of healthcare expenditures, we think of unaffordable healthcare, we think of disparate healthcare, we think of three-tier healthcare, and we also, unfortunately, in some parts of our world, think of no healthcare access at all. But these three gentlemen, with their universal vision for transforming the community globally through health and wellness, is just incredible. And that's what really excites me, because I try in my own small way to impact the health status of communities here locally in the United States, particularly in Cincinnati, Ohio, where we currently reside. But these gentlemen have taken it yet to an exponentially high level. They have taken it beyond the borders of the Philippines to over 14 nations on this globe, on 4 different continents. And it is that energy, that momentum that excites me and that gives us all opportunity and hope.
Right, Jeff. And let's not forget that when they established that, they made sure that is world class. So that means they had certifications after certifications. And I really want to stress on their certification with the International Standards Organization. It's a membership organization. There's about 60 countries that come together every year to make sure that their members go through a rigorous documentation, ensuring that their operations, the products that they distribute, working conditions for everybody is up to par. And qualifying that every single year is really challenging. And for us to have that ever since we started is something to hold on to. And it's a bragging right for us members, correct, Jeff?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, a great marketing tool. And that's what really sets us apart from other companies, particularly other health supplementation companies. Our products are so outstanding. And you were just alluding to the International Standards Organization certification that we have. But what about the other certifications that we have? You know, halal certification, right? Super brand certification, that global distinction that really sets us apart. And there's another thing that also distinguishes our products. You know, many of them are food supplementation, but our products are listed in the Philippine Pharmaceutical Directory. They're not just supplements, but they're actually therapeutic products that are prescribed by doctors and nurse practitioners today, not only to prevent illness, but to actually treat and cure. That's outstanding.
Absolutely. And you know, I want to go back to the OFWs, and I would like to invite Miss Kelly Tablan to tell us more about OFWs, their current reality, because she herself, as an architect, a civil engineer, was an OFW at some point. Miss Kelly, tell us more about OFWs. Are we to assume that most OFWs are domestic workers? Am I wrong or am I right? Please tell us.
All right. Well, actually, um, OFWs OFWs are definitely not only domestic helpers. We have different professions. We have nurses, engineers, skilled workers, all over the world, Filipinos all over the world. And being OFW is really hard because you are away from your family, you know, working hard, away from home. When you get sick, you have to deal with it alone. You have to take care of yourself alone. So, you know, people don't really realize how hard it is. You know, our family just, you know, experience what the benefit of us sending money to them, but they really don't know how hard it is to live as an OFW. That not to mention the homesickness, you know. So we are really fortunate that we now have Uno Premier because this is an opportunity for us to finally, you know, earn, and then finally there will be a time that we will be going in the Philippines, going home for good for our family.
Thank you, Ms. Kelly. And for the participants here in the Zoom, I encourage you to to type on the chat box if you were an OFW, where you were assigned, and how UNO brought you back to the Philippines. And then for some people, you know, most of our culture, we spend a lot of money to send to the Philippines because we want to send people to school or to just help them whenever they get sick. Now, one of the stories that I'd like to share is that I happen to know from talking to a lot of people, and for my personal experience, is that, you know, when people get sick, they go to the hospital in the Philippines, right? They are so anxious to get out of the hospital because what happens? Whenever they get sick, they know that even to get in and get the vital signs to go back, the money is already charging, you know, the room stay, the doctor's visit and everything else. And it creates such anxiety for people. Like, okay, I'm here. I gotta go. I gotta leave because every minute that I'm here. And then the fact that they're testing all kinds of stuff. And UNO is such a godsend. The fact that you are, like what Jeff would say, fortifying your health, being proactive. And then for people that have sick relatives in the Philippines, the fact that we have an online store, we're going to talk about that a little bit more, a little bit later, that you can actually send these products to the Philippines because most of them ask for, okay, I need money for emergency room, or I need money for medicine. We don't have to wait that long. The fact that if you actually proactive, you can just send them the juice, send them the coffee, send them all the other products that you see here that are really powerful to prevent them from hopping into that emergency room and accumulating all that expenses. So I can really talk about that more, but let's talk about the presence of UNO and UNO products in 20 countries. Jeffrey had already mentioned a little bit of that. And the possibility of creating more millionaires other than the 300 millionaires. So Jeff, do you think we should just jump into now on how we are going to be part of this huge, huge movement? Is that okay?
Sure.
I'm gonna move my
Yes,
slide now.
absolutely. Because we've been talking about opportunity, opportunity, opportunity. Well, let me just take a moment and share with everyone how easy it is to take advantage of this opportunity. The opportunity of health and wealth at the same time. And our system is very, very easy. We have a 4-step process for engagement. And it is simply this. Step number 1, sign up and become a member, become a partner in our organization. Not just a local partner, but as you have heard, you have the opportunity to become a global international partner. The second step is attend our new partners briefing meetings. This is where we actually have the time to take a deeper dive into the mechanics of our company. We understand how it works. We understand the earning potentials and all of the various avenues that can be profitable for us. We also learn best business practices and strategies that we share not only locally, but regionally and globally. It's an opportunity for us to come together as a team. When we join into UNO, we're independent distributors, but yet we are a team. Your success is my success, and my success is your success. So in our new partners briefing meeting, we come together and we discuss those communal strategies that can help each other to build our businesses and to improve our health status all at the same time. What an incredible meeting. And we're doing it today face to face, and we're also doing it virtually. So it really fits into your schedule. And on many occasions, things can be learned on demand. We have a very, very robust teaching program that will teach us things such as Facebook marketing, social media marketing in general. It will teach us e-commerce, how to develop our e-commerce business. And these are things, again, that can be learned face to face, virtually, and on demand. Step 3, we've already talked about this. Become a product of our products. Part of what we do is using our own bodies as testimonies to the efficacy of these products. Again, they're not only therapeutic and health supplemental, but they're actually life-saving in many, many cases. You were talking earlier, Bronwyn, about the access to healthcare, about the impediments of costs and money to remain healthy. Well, here's an opportunity for us to use our products actually to prevent and control such diseases as hypertension and high blood pressure, diabetes, asthma, some forms of cancer even. So when we become a product of these products, we naturally will exude the beauty. We naturally will exude the healthiness, the energy, the vitality that our products will give us. We become our own marketing testimony. The 4th step is simply to bring in 4 additional partners. Share this business opportunity with 4 like-minded, health-conscious individuals that you know. They're your friends, they're your family, they're your church members, they're your co-workers, and they're also sometimes people outside of your small circle. So I encourage you to look at all people as an opportunity and just bring in 4, not 400, not 40, just 4. This is our proven model of success.
Great. Thanks for doing that, Jeff. So let me just reiterate what you just said. Step one is I sign up, right? So when I
Yeah.
sign up, I
Mhm.
have these selection of packages, correct? So I'm thinking with the starter package, it's more or less like a personal startup pack. And then when you want to go a little step more in putting in some more money, you're looking at something, a larger package based on how big your family is, how wide your circle is that you want to share your products. Because if this is really an advanced purchase of your products, it may last a month, 2 months, or 3 months. So Uno has really came up with all of these strategies, and it's so easy to follow. And we learn all that through step two, which is you connect with the person who sponsored you and make sure that you have all the learnings and all the tutorials, all the resources that you need to thrive in this business if you are in this for business. Now, some people, they don't want to do multi-level marketing company. So we're going to go delve into more about the other ways of earning because like what it says here in this slide, it is your business, your way. Some people are just savvy with being business and they number crunch and do everything. Some people just operate by the heart because they know that the products work. Isn't that amazing? An opportunity for everyone. Now, Miss Kelly, let's talk about the fact that when people actually join, do they need to be PhDs or doctors or high level of education or a lot of money? Tell us more about this wonderful opportunity that is so equitable for all.
Definitely not. Any people, professionals, even undergraduates, students, this is a family business. Even me, my son already has an account with Uno Premier. So even kids can learn it. We only have 4 easy steps and we have plenty ways to earn. So this is so easy to learn. We all have the support system training. Every day we have Facebook Live webinars, and also we can easily approach our business partners, ask anything, any help. Everyone is supported. This is like a family.
That's so wonderful. I'm so glad you said that because this is actually true. The people here, half the people here I know, but I can reach out to them. What they call cross line, upline, downline support. I mean, it is just so amazing. And the fact that because of COVID, we've heard this before. COVID as an opportunity is a crisis, but people turn it into an opportunity. The fact that our board of directors invested tons of money and it's millions of dollars to really repurpose and realign everything moving forward, and they focus on online stores. Well, so most of the, I want us to mention that one of the digital mentors here when it comes to uh, online stores is actually Edison Karami. Welcome, Edison, for being here. Appreciate that you're here. It seemed like now they're offering free courses, free Facebook marketing course. So make sure you sign up for that. That's something that we need to focus on. So again, ladies and gentlemen, the fact that you don't have to do the traditional selling. Everything is provided for you. And Ms. Kelly, you are an avid fan for online stores. And if you and everyone here, if you've experienced your online stores, learned the trade, and you actually made some money, please put it down on the chat so others can be inspired. Ms. Kelly, please let us know about how the online store works.
All right. Well, we have what we call Uno e-commerce. And after you have finished that training, that's only um, a session, and then they will be able to teach you how to customize your web page, access your account, even create your many chat or chatbot. So with that, with our own e-commerce, you will be provided a special website, a special link, which you can customize, put on your logos or your name. And that special website will do the marketing or the product selling for you. The company have drop shipping, and with drop shipping, all you need to do is just share the special link of that website, and anyone who goes to that website and add to cart or order Uno products, the company will do everything for you. From packing the products, stacking or warehousing, contacting the customers, confirming order, and of course, bringing the products to the customer. All you just need to do is just wait for the money to be credited to your account for your commission. So isn't it amazing, Miss Bronwyn?
Wow, that is so amazing. And the fact that they have now activated PayPal, I mean, that's just opened up a whole new funnel of making the money. And also the fact that you can have more than one store, you can have up to 15 stores. So for those people out there that have a lot of dependents, getting tired of sending money to the Philippines or anywhere else, because they need this and they need that, you gift them an online store. Let them work it. And if you need to know more about that, please reach out to Edison Karami. He's actually here, and search him on Facebook. And there's a free training coming up. So please take advantage of that. Jeff, I want to look at the ways to earn. So direct selling, I'm going to talk about direct selling, and then I'm going to ask you to explain referral bonus, and we can just go back and forth with this one. We're going to end this business presentation because we need to have our wonderful, the wonderful guest to be sharing the platform with us. Direct selling, Jeff, whenever you bring somebody in, how much money does one get?
Well, let me just recap how it is to join our organization and what you need to do. Step number one, we're signing up. Now, here's something that's very exciting right from the beginning. No matter how you work this business, you have your choice between one of 4 initial investment packages, right? Depending on the size of your family, depending on how much you want to earn through this business. But one thing I want to highlight is that no matter which package you initially invest in, you're going to get a 100% return on that investment. If you do nothing else, you'll get 100% return on your initial investment. Now, once you have made that investment, there are really 3 ways that you can work this business. Your business, your way. You can become just a consumer of the products. You can earn while you purchase. That's what we mean by profitable consumerism. We cut out the middleman. The product comes directly from Uno, our manufacturer, directly to us as the consumer. And we save every time we make a purchase. Up to 29% we can save when we purchase our products. Now that we've had these products, you mentioned direct selling. We can consume them ourselves, we can share them with others, or we can begin to work this business and earn even greater monies by direct selling. Do you know that our products have anywhere from a 22 to a 43% profit margin? That is an incredible return on the investment. Here in the United States, when we look at food supplement products, we're looking at a return on investment anywhere from 18 to 20%, but our products exceed that percentage. And that's what makes this one reason why it's the right place to be at this particular time in earning money. The other thing is that with direct sales, when we look at the statistics, the growth of direct selling over the last 15 years is exponential. We're well over $35 billion in total earnings for direct sales. And here's another very important fact. When it comes to direct selling and we analyze What's the fastest growing sector? Guess what that is, Ms. Bronwyn? Health and wellness. We're right there at the top of the list. So when you take into consideration, we've got the best products on the market, we've got the easiest way to sell our products via our e-commerce vehicle, and we've got a very low point of entry, only 380 US dollars. Now, the third way is to really earn your money through multi-level marketing. Throughout the world, there are many, many multi-level marketing strategies, but let's look at them. Well, there are other companies that do multi-level marketing that offer health-related products, but they are not exclusive. Uno is exclusive, and that really sets us apart. There are other multi-level marketing companies that offer household services and utility cost, but I tell you, they're driven by consumer demand. They're heavily regulated by government regulations. So I don't know if that's where I would invest my money in the multi-level marketing business. And then there are new marketing levels, that multi-level marketing initiatives that are being born today around Bitcoin. You know, one of the fastest growing cryptocurrencies that are out there. But again, that's driven by the stock market. And you know how the stock market performs. It goes up and down and up and down. Well, that's not a sure investment. But let me tell you what sets us apart as a game changer in the multi-level marketing industry. Number one, our products are exclusively healthcare related. So we've got that dynamite focus. Our compensation schedule, as you see in the lower right-hand portion of the screen, there are over 10 ways to earn. This alone sets us apart in the multi-level marketing industry. Our robust compensation schedule. Our e-commerce portals are meeting the demand of economics and business growth in this country today. Prior to the epidemic, we were doing a lot of retail selling through brick and mortar stores. As a result of COVID, we've been forced to change the way that we do business. And Uno has positioned us to be at the forefront of that new way of doing business. So now that we are in the new normal, we are ahead of the curve once again in our ability to direct sell through our e-commerce portal. And once again, we've got such a low point of entry, only $380. So when you consider the opportunity and the cost of that opportunity, Uno Premier is right there at the top. This is the right place, the right space, the right time, and we've got the right products. You can't say no to that, can you, Ms. Bronwyn?
No, absolutely not. And I'm so excited just hearing about all these wonderful opportunity and the ways to earn. For me, as a mom and a grandma, I love the inheritance policy, wherein I can work this business 2, 3, 5 years. I'm getting to my 5 years. And I know once it's set, I can deed it over to my children and my grandchildren. The fact that when I'm dead and gone, they're still going to think about me because they're receiving that check in the mail. So, ladies and gentlemen, whether you are an immigrant, an OFW, supporting people in the Philippines or all over the world, whether you are a student in the United States, when people go to school, they take this big chunks of loan in order to get them through medical school and getting all of their degrees, only to find themselves paying so much money when they get a job. It takes a while to get them up. So if you're a student, a housewife is really a CEO of their homes. So they're managing the finances as well as taking care of the kids. Uno is a great opportunity. If you are retired looking for something to make sure that you are not expired. You've learned so much knowledge, you've learned so much wisdom as you're working 25, 30 years. When you retire, like myself, I am not ready to kill over because I have so much to offer. And Uno giving me that opportunity to talk to you today and to let you know not to miss out on this is wonderful. Or if you are a mid-career professional, where when you get to a point wherein it's the same thing that you do every single day, and you are not excited about going to work anymore. Uno is something that you want to explore. We're not asking you to quit your day job. We're only asking for you to fortify your health and make money while you're doing it. Because for me, Uno is a systemic fix to turn the economic trend, downward economic trend, through health. Okay, and this is something that is doable simply by drinking Uno coffee, drinking the juice, taking the supplements. If you have aging parents, give them the supplements to make sure that if you don't personally cook the meal for them or spoon feed them, cryptogenic will feed themselves. Will feed their system, so they have the energy and they feel like they want to live longer. So, ladies and gentlemen, I can't tell you enough how excited I am about the opportunity to share this wonderful news. And I am gonna go ahead in introducing. I'm gonna stop sharing for now. And help me, Miss Kelly and Jeff, look at the what's going on in the chat room if there are any questions. There have been some comments that are really interesting. Roms A said he's been an OFW 2 for more than 2 decades in Dubai and as senior training officer. Some people have worked as an accountant. And of course, UNO has given them the opportunity to go home. And some people, if you've actually attended other global business preview, our sharers have actually invested in a business after they accumulated the wealth from doing UNO. They actually went back home and opened up shops to stimulate the economy. So isn't that amazing? It's so magical how this very simple system, this very simple concept has been implemented by in the tune of over 700,000 people. And the few people that actually made it is giving back to the community. And one of them, I am gonna let Miss Kelly introduce our honored guest, who has been an integral part of UNO since it started. He is here today to share the great resource, which is his time. So I thank you very much for that. Miss Kelly, please go ahead and introduce our honored guest.
All right. Okay, he's our national UNO host, hosting important UNO events, sales rallies, and anniversary celebrations, local, abroad, and of course online. Let us later hear about his success story. But just for everyone, this person started from humble beginnings, selling pastries, clothing, and many others, also worked as an employee, but now UNO top earner, UNO mentor, and core leader. He was able to provide a comfortable life for his family and has helped a lot of kaunos by sharing his knowledge and expertise in the field of network marketing. He's also a vlogger and a celebrity, the very funny and handsome. Let us give him a warm welcome, Coach Raymund Butchtan. Woo!
Thank you so much, Kelly. But great introduction. But you lied at the end when you said good looking. And I'm sure everyone's discouraged right now. So, great presentation, Sir Jeffrey. Pleasure to meet you. And of course, as usual, Bronwyn, really great presentation. I'm going to sign up again because of the very clear and very simple presentation you guys did. I've been doing presentations like half of my life, and that was really an awesome one. Very simple. That's how I like it when I'm doing presentations also. Um, what else? Everyone who's here, good evening, everyone. You are the future top earners and millionaires of this business that we have online, this flourishing business, especially now that it's the new normal, just like what Sir Jeffrey said. Um, a lot of people would say this is the future, online. No, this is not the future. It has been happening. It's been happening for like more than a decade now. It's only now that this online thing escalated because of the pandemic. In short, it's like it was boosted because of this worldwide crisis that we have, but it's been going on. Some of the thoughts that came to my head when you guys were explaining, like people would often say kids nowadays are not very social. No, that's not true. They are more social than us, because they're using technology to reach out to more people than we could ever imagine. Like what we were doing when we were younger. We have this group of friends that that are our neighbors or maybe our classmates, and those are the only circle of friends or peers that we know of. But the kids of today, they have thousands of social media friends that they interact with their games like Roblox and what I don't know the other games. I'm not a gamer, but they are more social than us. The train of thoughts has to change. Again, this is not the future. It's been going on. I don't know you guys if you agree, but good thing Uno is really designed to flourish in this kind of situation. And you know what? A lot of people are earning now more than ever. I've been with Uno.
I think we lost him.
Maybe we could send a note that see if he can come back in.
What happened?
Oh, you're back.
Oh, you're back. Great.
Yeah, I think the internet is. Am I clear to you guys?
Yes, now clear.
Like my forehead is shiny and all.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Thanks.
So again, do I have to start again? Again, I'm Butch Tan, and again, pleasure to be here. Such an honor to be here. Thanks for having me. I've been wondering for the longest time why you guys are not inviting me. So that's why I'm really excited right now. Again, great presentation from Bronwyn and Sir Jeff. But again, going back, when I joined Uno, it was already about to take off, and I think I was the reason why Uno took off. I'm just kidding. So, what more can I say before I start my very short presentation? Very short. And hi to everyone, to our international friends. Uno is not just a Philippine, focused business. This is a worldwide business. A lot of I've been traveling before pre-pandemic, before this pandemic hit us. I've been traveling all over the Philippines, all the 100 branches. I've seen all the 100 branches that we have in the Philippines, and most of the international branches. I've been there. How I wish I could have been at the USA office. But anyway, so I have been talking to millions of Uno partners, Uno distributors worldwide, nationwide and worldwide. So there's a lot of different nationalities that's part of our business, and they're very happy because of the like what Sir Jeffrey said, the products that we have. The products is our foundation, is our stronghold, and that's why me myself, I if you check, I have this like uh, my supplements box. I have like most of the products here. I take them every day, and the only product that I don't use is the shampoo. I cannot shampoo my goatee and my eyebrows. But since I've been, you know what? Ever since I've been taking the Uno products, this is for real. I'm not gonna invent stories here. Before, I used to get sick like 3 times a year before I got into Uno. That's a normal thing for me. You get flu, you get colds, that's very normal because of the weather here in the Philippines. It's windy, sometimes very hot, and come holiday season, November, December, it's somewhat cold. So, we get sick here. But you know what? Ever since I've been taking these supplements, I miss getting sick already. I miss having my colds and flu. Knock on wood, and this pandemic time, everyone here in my family, thank God, didn't even get a simple cold, and it's all thanks to the Uno products, really. And of course, I like what I would always say, the business is just the side effect of using the products. And us, we discovered this opportunity. We found the key to success. Now we are just leaving the door open for others. That's why we're doing this every now and then. Again, we found the key. We're just leaving the door open. Now it's up to you if you want to get in and be part of this wonderful journey with us. But definitely, times are really, really going to be very excited in these coming months and years, because everything will not be back to normal, even if there's herd immunity and everyone gets vaccinated. As you know, the virus evolves. It mutates into different variants. So this will, and you know what? As a business owner myself, I have other businesses too that gives me passive income so that I can focus on Uno. I focus on Uno, but I have other passive businesses, as a business owner also. And I will not go back to the old ways of doing business. I have friends who are millionaires and billionaires. That is in dollars, that's not in peso. Even then they tell me that, even after all this virus is gone, they will never go back to the old ways of doing business. Like, even the executives, they do their job at home. They already sold their buildings. They don't rent offices anymore. Everything is online, and it's more cost efficient. People are more effective. You know why? Because they get to be with their family. They can, like right now, I'm not wearing shorts, but it may seem like I'm wearing shorts. But anytime I miss my daughter, I can just knock on her room and say hi to her. And if you're happy doing your job, doing your business, you're more effective. Do you guys agree on that? So this will be the normal thing. That's why this thing that we have right now, this opportunity that Sir Jeffrey wonderfully presented to you guys and Mom Bronwyn, this is the thing that we should be doing, with all the details, with all the stats that they said. Put them aside. Look at the bigger picture. What's going on? What's going on right now? You know what? Backyard businesses are flourishing. And the big businesses like the McDonald's and the Burger Kings and whatnot, they are now being competed by the backyard businesses, because the backyard businesses can easily market online right now. I have friends who does not like selling. I have friends who are celebrities who does not love online things, but they are doing it right now. Then they're very happy doing it. The main point of us doing our job is to earn money, period. That's it. Whether you like it, I think it's hypocrisy if you tell yourself, I'm doing this because I love it. No. I think that's secondary. You're doing it because you want to earn money, right? For our family. And so us, we can take care of ourselves, of course. And now people realize that, it doesn't matter what you're doing. It doesn't matter, what you're selling, what job you're doing, what business you're in. As long as you're earning decent for your loved ones. That's it. Even if you're selling shrimp online or maybe needles online, whatever. They're doing it right now, and they're competing with the big boys, with the big industries, because the playing field has been leveled. And it's true. You know, I have friends, like I said, who are millionaires, billionaires in dollars, and they're losing sales because titos and titas, or the aunties, the aunts, you know, the uncles, they're now cooking in their backyard and selling them online for a better price because there is no much overhead expense, and they taste better because they're using real ingredients, and they're earning good money. Now, why am I talking about this? Doing online business is never easy. You know, if you're selling food, you have to go to the market every day because the ingredients has to be fresh. You have to do inventory. You know, you have to take all the orders that are, you know, coming in. You have to take care of each and every customer because the real sales comes. The real sales is the after sales or the repeat order. But with the system that we have, this Uno Premier that we have, you know, you don't have to do all that. You don't have to do accounting. You don't have to do, you know, product research. You know, you don't have to do so much marketing. You have all your like your posters and your videos just to be able to market online. Everything is going to be given to you. All you have to do is, you know, just post it, just like what you do every day. And just so everybody knows, we've been good network marketers ever since. Even before we get to know about Uno Premier, we've been great network marketers ever since. You know why? Every time we get to taste something that is really good, like we get to taste this food that, you know, amazes us. You know what we do? We tell it to our friends, and our friends would also buy from wherever you bought that, and they will also tell someone else. And or if we get to watch something on Netflix or in a movie, we tell our friends about it. You know, but the problem is we're not compensated for it. We are great storytellers, but, you know, we're not getting paid for it. Well, or if we hear a great you know, opportunity, we tell people about it, but we're not compensated. Now, I tell you, you do the same thing with this opportunity, but this time you'll be compensated properly. Because it's human nature for us to tell stories. What am I doing to you right now? I'm not even hyping you up. I'm just telling you the truth. And the truth about what's going on right now is getting me pumped. You know, the future, what we're doing, we're not, you know what? Uno is more than a decade now. We're not even halfway. We're not even halfway in the journey. You know, we're just warming up. Because the pre-pandemic, that's another story. What we have accomplished there, that's done. But you know what? When this pandemic struck and we started doing online, my God, what Uno has done in more than a decade, we have done it in less than 6 months' time. No exaggeration. The numbers is there. I know, you know what? I know some, you know, like I'll be turning 45 this July 17. You know, happy birthday to me. People of my age, you know, that are not really tech savvy. I'm somewhat of a tech savvy, as you can see in my background. I have my my green screen thing here. But you know, older people who are not into technology, who are not into this Zoom thing or that WhatsApp or what social media, they are doing very well with Uno Premier, with this Uno business that we have. Why? Because right now, everything is simplified. They simplified everything. It's like Uno is spoon feeding us with all the information, with all the marketing things that we need. And what we have to do is just do it. Now, I tell you, before I share my short story, I'm just warming up right now because I'm really excited. Do not sabotage yourself. What? Why? Sir Jeffrey, Bronwyn, Kelly, and all the leaders here, they have presented this business to a lot of people. Of course, there will be skeptics, doubters. That's very normal, in any business. Do not sabotage yourself, because those people who turn their backs on this opportunity are living the same life. It's the boring life. Even if you're earning good, if it's boring, then why are you living? What's good about this business is you will earn well, and you get to help people, you get to meet a lot of people, there's always excitement in the air. You're not doing, the usual redundant things. See? So do not, if you are new, if it's your first time to see this opportunity, do not sabotage yourself. I'm telling you right now, I'm not gonna earn anything from you if you become a part of this, or if you become a millionaire. Not even 0.001%. I'm not gonna earn from you. I'm just telling you the truth. Now you see this opportunity, I tell you what, this is for you. Do not sabotage for yourself, being like those who turn their backs on this. They told us they're going to think about it. It's not my cup of tea or whatnot. Now they're living the same thing, the same life that they have. And you know what? Because times are hard, they're selling something now online. So why will you do that if you have a system like this already that's well placed, well organized, established company, great products? What else will you be looking for? So anyway, I'll share to you my PowerPoint before my head explodes because of my excitement. Very short PowerPoint, I prepared for you guys, because if I show you all the things that this opportunity has given me, it will take us about 2 days. Can you guys stay there for 2 days? Okay. So I come from a poor family, just like what Kelly said, really poor, not poor, really poor as a rat. Now, since we are poor, we didn't have camera back then. Okay, so I didn't have the pictures of the times when we were really super poor. This was like the time when this picture was the time when my father already has a small job. So as you can see, the roof of our house is made of just the steel roof. And these are I don't know if you can guess where am I, which is who is me there. This is me, the guy in the black sando. Yes.
The Georgia Tech guy.
Yes, that's yes, don't look for my hair. I don't know where my hair went. It quit, And I have a cleavage because I'm very macho. And that's my sister on the far left on your screen. My mother over there, she's 71 right now. This is my niece. She used to be at our house every day because they don't have food also in their house. So they will come to our house, to our very small house in around the squatter area. And she will find food. But of course, we finish all the food. So my mother will just carry her to pacify her. And this is my brother. Because of hunger, look at her lips. They popped already. And that's my other brother over there. No teeth already. So why am I showing this to you guys? This is my motivation. I don't want to die poor, period. No more superfluous adjectives and very inspiring quotes to tell you guys. I just don't want to die poor. I don't want to see my parents, working their ass off every day just to feed the four of us. Now, my mother is a housewife, They're both from the provinces. They are not well educated. I just don't want to see them grow old and not experience having a nice set of socks or of underwear, of not even experiencing a good pair of shoes, not even experiencing a good hot dog or a good meal. That's how poor we are. That's why my motivation was my family. I told myself when I started this is my opportunity to give my family not really super extravagant life, just to get out of poverty, because poverty really sucks. You have to think about your next meal. You have to think about where will you get your next payment for the electricity bill. People does not respect you because you're poor. You're not being heard of because you're poor. you're nothing because you're poor. Just because of your social status, you are just like a small piece of a big puzzle. You're just you're just there. People can just kick you around. That I don't know how it is in other countries, but it's like that in the Philippines. Let's be true and honest. Now, but the opportunity, it's not there. It's not around for everyone to grab. It's hard to seek for opportunity here. I tell you what, even if you're if you're very intelligent, you're very industrious, even if you're the smartest, good luck. You can just dream about your dream and have those dreams until you get old. That's the reality. They say, according to Google, only 3% of people are living above above poverty. But that's not true. In the Philippines, maybe less than 1%. 99% is poor. So, it was really a tough life for me. But, I just, I was just always praying and then trying to look for things that I can, level up not get rich, just put food on the table, and if there's rain, the roof of our house will not have water falling out of the, because of the rain. And there will be electricity so that my siblings can study. That's it. And we'll have internet. That's it. But anyway, moving forward, so I was invited, like I said, Uno has been there for 3 years when I was invited. So when I was very skeptic. So I told myself, what is this kind of opportunity? I will sell the products. Who will believe me with these products? Because my skin before is not like the skin that I have right now. You look at my skin. It's so smooth. Actually, a while ago, a mosquito tried to land on my face and the mosquito got sprained. Because I'm so smooth right now. Look, because of the soap that we have, the products that we have. My face before is not like this. Yeah. Because of so who will believe me? Who will believe me? I'm dark, my skin tone is uneven because of poverty. You don't get to, have the right, hygiene. So anyway, and I don't like selling and I hate network marketing because I do not know network marketing. I thought network marketing is pyramid. And I used to be an employee. I'm a media practitioner. So I'm a part of an investigative team in my job that we look for scams, we look for, police bits or stories about social disturbance and whatnot. So I'm very skeptic. You know what made me join? I'll cut to the to the chase. What made me join was because of the speaker. The speaker said, I cannot forget this one. The speaker said, it does not matter. That's why this is what I told you a while ago. It does not matter what you do. What matters is you're able to provide for your family very well because you only have one life to live. That struck me. When he said that struck me. I contemplated, yes, I only have this one life to live. There's no second take. Probably if you believe in reincarnation, but I really don't. I don't know. But if there's reincarnation, what if I get reincarnated and I become a mouse? How can I get rich? So I'll have to make the most of this life. That's what struck me the most. That's the speaker who said, you have one life, make the most out of it, provide for your family very well. And that's why I decided. Another thing, the factor that made me decide is this. When I check my ATM or my bank balance, in dollars, I had about $30 at the time. And I've been working for 11 years already. 11 years and I have $30 in my bank account. I'm very industrious. I'm head of the research department of the news and public affairs of this big TV station. I wear suit every day. I do my job very well. I'm a good person. I believe in God. I respect the elders. I don't know what's wrong. I have $30 in my account. What's going on? That's the second factor, because it made me realize 5 years ago was the reason why I only have $30 today. The decisions that I made 5 years ago are the reasons why I only have $30 that day. So I told myself the decisions that I will be making from now on forward will be the crucial things that will affect my life 5 years from now, I said. And the third thing that made me, become a part of this beautiful opportunity is the fact that I have a very boring, redundant job. Let's be true to ourselves. You've been whatever it is you're doing it every day. You can even do it with your eyes closed. You can even do it even if you're after you've been awakened. You don't have to warm up. You can do it right away. I don't know if that's your interpretation of life, but that's not my interpretation of life. Life is an adventure. Everything is a risk. If you don't take risk, your life is boring. Right now, a lot of people are dying right now. As we speak, somebody just died a few seconds ago. And right now, somebody just died. And somebody just died right now. The Haiti president just died last night from his sleep. Somebody attacked, some bad people attacked his house. Then they killed him while he was sleeping. But anyway, people die every second, thousands. And those people, we will go to that. I know you will die soon also. But how will we make our life, a very happy, exciting life? And one way of which I can tell you is being part of this one. The rewards, the people, the community is awesome. The leaders are magnificent. Very helpful business partners. And really pleasant people. And this one I'm going to show you. I don't know if you understand. So I started, and then, of course, my income started very small, about $100, $200, and then $1,000, $10,000, $20,000 US dollars. I was able to buy cars for my family, for myself. I was able to travel. I was able. I get to meet the board of directors, the owners. Awarded many times. Traveled many times. Hosted all the major events nationwide and worldwide. I'm not bragging. I'm just telling you. Things are really very possible if you believe. Just believe. And these are two of my first travels when I was able to see Disneyland and, the beautiful Dubai. Manny Pacquiao, I don't know if you know Manny Pacquiao, he's a national hero here. He's going to have a fight in the next few weeks. He's a senator now. He's part of my organization. I presented him this business, and he was very, very happy to see this business because he said this is his opportunity to teach people how to fish, not to give them fish, if you understand. And this is actually his account. His real name is Manuel the Pidran Pacquiao, and he joined our opportunity May 24, 2011. And these are some of my income. I don't know if you understand peso, but in US dollars, that's about 10,000 US, 20,000 US dollars. I'm no better than you. Let me put out that state. I'm no better than you. I'm no greater than you. It's only because I believed in it. And a lot of people are earning more than me. Even if a lot of people who just joined a year, 2 years ago, I'm a decade now in Uno. I know a lot of new distributors who just joined 6 months, a year ago, very early into the game, into the business, but they now are earning more than me. That's why it's not true that if you're the pioneer, you get to earn more. That's not true. It depends on how you handle your network. It depends on how much money, how much effort you put into this. And it's very easy because there's a good community support that's going to make everything very, very light on your part, even if you're busy. And I get to hold millions of pesos. These are my other, business that I told you a while ago, passive. I don't really take care of them because I don't want to put time in my other businesses, because I love putting time in Uno, because in Uno I get to talk to a lot of people, I learn a lot in Uno. I attend a lot of trainings in Uno as well. I have a burger stand, I have a clothing store, I have a restaurant, I have a bar. This is my daughter when she was 3 years old. Now she's like 10 years old. I save money for her. I only have one child. But anyway, all these are earnings, are income. But you know, I cannot tell you everything that I've gained in Uno, because it will be a long story. I'm sharing this to you because I'm just as normal as you. Probably I'm poorer than you when I started this. But you know, with God's grace, and like I said, with the community support and the awesome board of directors that made everything possible for us, nothing is impossible for us also. So that's why exciting times right now. It will be easier because we're just going to do Zoom. You know, if I may suggest, you do this 2 times, 3 times a week. Even if we do not have guests, we just talk over things, exchange ideas, you know, just 30 minutes, about an hour of our life. And that will be great. Now, I have principles that I live by that I want to share to you. Now, I prepared this one and designed this one especially for this special session that we have tonight. To all of you future top earners and top millionaires who are watching me right now, I know you just started or you're just about to start, but I tell you, exciting times ahead. Really, really. You know, the best things in life has not happened yet. That's the most amazing thing. I know you have experienced some good things already in your life. You have eaten good food. You have been to great places. You have experienced some, happy moments. But you know what? Some of the most amazing, most beautiful experiences is just about to happen. That's what makes me wake up every day, because I know greater things are about to happen. If you think you already have done it or you already have experienced it, no, it's just about to happen. And let me share with you some of my thoughts, and hopefully this will be something that will be of help to you, and something that will, you can also use as your principle in life, because this has been very effective for me, to my leaders, and to every time I do training in Uno. A lot of people will tell me these are the things that really help them, and hopefully this will also help you. Take your business seriously, but take yourself lightly. As you can see, when I started the presentation right now, or my sharing, I was smiling all the time. I laughed every now and then, because you know what, life is already too serious for us to be, to take this business seriously. You take yourself lightly. Be happy about it. You look at the brighter side of things always. You turn things around every time. There's always 2 sides of the coin. Remember that. It's up to you. If you're going to think, might as well think positive. You can think negative, think positive. You think small or think big, think big. It's the same effort, right? So you take your business seriously, but you take yourself lightly. Let's be serious about this, because this affects a lot of people. This will affect a lot of lives. You will be the bearer of good news for a lot of people, and that will what will make your life exciting. You get to share, you get to train, you will become a leader. That's something else. You don't get to do that, in some other things, in some other job. But ladies and gentlemen, you take yourself lightly. Don't be too serious on, things will really not fall into place. According to your plan. No. You know what? I love failures and misery, to tell you honestly. I'm not making this up. I love failures and misery, because failures is the only way for us to grow. That's why I love it. I fail many times. Actually, right now, I'm failing. Why? With my English. See, I love failures. My daughter, I teach her every day. If you don't fail every day, you're not growing. That's why right now she's learning guitar and she's having a hard time. I tell her every time, awesome. That's great. You have to fail. You don't, it will make you think that you're already good. If you don't make a mistake, make mistakes. Come on. And the only way for you to make a mistake is to try harder or to try new things. You will never mistake to something that you have been doing all this time. You're already master at that. You do something that you are not comfortable doing. You do something that you know that will be very hard for you to do. Public speaking is not my strength. You know, in news, in my job before, we don't talk, we look for news. You know, we just research, we look for people who got into accident, you know, we talk to politicians, but we don't talk. This is something that is out of my skills. But this is something I'm scared of talking. But you know what? I overcame it. And I became, like what Kelly said, the national host of Uno. Not because I am better than you. I'm no better than you. I was watching Bronwyn a while ago. She's a better host than me. Wow, sabi, I told myself she has a very good train of thoughts. Your flow of thoughts is amazing. Oh my God, I wish she could be my co-host in Uno USA. That's why I'm telling you guys, be excited about things that are not comfortable. You look for that. But don't be so dramatic and emotional about it. You're catching my drift, guys? Don't be everybody. Elon Musk makes a mistake every time. Jeff Bezos makes a mistake. Actually, right now, he's making a mistake. The board of directors makes mistake. The top earners of Uno makes mistakes. We fail, and that's why we grow. That's why we succeed. Maybe we're small now. We're about 50, 53. For me, this is part of our journey. If I may call this a failure, yes, but this is a success failure. Because next time, if we are now 500 in this Zoom, we get to appreciate that more because we came from the beginning of when we were still few. You know, having failures will give you more exciting stories when you are successful. Your story will be boring if you don't get to tell your failures. You know, before when I invite my friends, they reject me many times. I've been rejected, I would say roughly more than 10,000 times already. I'm not exaggerating. More than 10,000. That's why I find it very funny when people quit after their 10th rejection. 10th rejection, then they stop. Oh my God, this is so hard. It's my 10th rejection and it's my family. It's my best friends. What's going on? This is not for me. This is not my calling. God, you know, he'll even use God. God has nothing to do with it. He's just, you know, he's putting really, you know, failures to you. He's making you make mistakes. God, why? Why did I shell out that money? To me, that's really funny. Why do you quit after 10 rejections, after 100 rejections? That's really, I'm sorry for this term, but I find it very stupid, you know? Just move forward because, you know, the most successful people are the people with the most mistakes and failures. Remember that. If you want to be successful, bear this in mind. Failures is your cousin. Failures is your best friend. Failures is your best partner more than your upline. Remember that. You have your coach. You have your mentor. You have your training. Those are not your best partners. Your best partner is failure. Remember that. You'll not grow from being good. Right? That's why myself, after like every time I do hosting, you know, like there's a 20,000 crowd and I host, I do my best. But every time after I host, I talk to my friends. I talk to the leaders. Did I do well? Can you tell me what have I done wrong? Was my pronunciation correct? Was my flow okay? Was my jokes okay? Because I want to be corrected. Because I want to know that I did not do well. Because if I will think that I do well, I will not improve. Because, you know, my mindset is already, I've done well. I'm the greatest. I'm the best. Wow. How will I improve with that? I will not improve. That's why I look for mistakes in me. You know, that's why I check on myself every night before I go to sleep. This is true. Before I go to sleep, when I lie on my bed, what are the stupid things that I've done today? Oh, there's a lot. Let me do it again tomorrow. So anyway, just don't be too serious about, this. I know this is Uno Premiere. We're trying to be formal and all, but let's make it fun. Let's make it exciting, just like what the leaders here are doing. Life is supposed to be lived that way. That's what I hate about being in the office, because everything sometimes is so formal. The meeting starts with the, good morning, good evening, everyone. Today we talk about the economic development of our sales in the aspect of the, as you know, the prevention, the starts of the. It's boring. So boring. Life is a journey, and along that journey is the whatever of the whatever. I get sleepy with that. I'm not telling you guys to talk like me, but what I'm trying to say is, let's make our life fun, because sooner or later we will all die. You will die, I will die. And the only things that people will remember is how we get to affect their lives, not what we have. They will not remember the Lamborghini that Sir Jeffrey is driving. They will not remember the mansion that Bronwyn has. They will not remember the $10 million that you have in the bank. They will remember how you affected their lives. Oh, what's bad about it? Not really bad. What's amazing about it is they will remember and say, that person made my life really, really happy. And that's something else. That's priceless. That's why I love this business, really. Because in whatever it is that you're doing, only here in Uno Premier, we get to do that. Have a whatever it takes attitude and do not sabotage yourself. This one I really like, When I come up with this quote, have a whatever it takes attitude. I don't know if you can read it, or shall I move it to the left? Wait. You listen well with this one. Have a whatever takes attitude and do not sabotage yourself. The last part, I've told you guys already about it. When I say how whatever it takes attitude, if you're going to do something, do it with your full effort and energy, or do not do it at all. Because, the logic is this. If you're not going to do it with your full effort, you will not know the result. So otherwise, don't do it, because if you don't do it, you will not know the result, right? Everybody's listening. You will not know the result. If you don't do it, you will not know the result. If you do it half-heartedly, you will not know the result. So might as well you do it with all your heart, with all your guts and soul. Right? And again, don't be afraid to fail. Be excited when failure is about to come. Yeah. And do not sabotage yourself. A lot of people will fail in this opportunity. Now that you know about it, don't put yourself in that position. Right? It's like, Sir Jeffrey, it's like us walking, everyone, Kelly, it's like us walking, Muhammad, if you're there, everyone, can I talk to you guys right now? So I can see Melinda is here, Hudson is here. Yeah, Aldofus, I miss you, brother. Yeah, Emmeline, everyone. Now, imagine this. We are walking in this pathway and we see a hole in the road. Now, we are aware that there's a hole, but still, we walk by it and we fell in the hole. Now, in this business, we are very aware that not everyone will be successful. That's not a bad thing. Why? Because those who made themselves not successful is their own doings. Not because of the business, not because of the team, not because of the products. They sabotage themselves. Right? If you're only active once a week, twice a week, you lose the energy, you lose the momentum. No, you don't do it like that. When you're exercising, you do not do a 5-minute, 10-minute break, drinking water, inhaling, exhaling, and talking to someone else exercising. You do it continuously. Because if you stop, your perspiration comes out, then it stops, then you lose momentum. You lose the will to do it again. Just like running, when you're walking, if you stop for food or for water, you lose the energy to do it again. So might as well drink while we're walking. Yeah? Might as well feed yourself something. Now, with this business, we do it we do it not when we are comfortable doing it. We do it because we need the momentum. And that's one of the secrets. We need the momentum. We do it, like I said, told you a while ago, we can meet. You guys can talk, even if there's no guest, talk things over, have plans and whatnot. So those are just my tips so that we will never sabotage ourselves. But of course, I know you guys have a great future ahead. Now, this one I really like also. Do what you hate to do, but do it like you love it. I know, just like me, you guys are not into selling, not into these products, or presentations or being in a Zoom. Is something you're probably not comfortable, but do it like you love it. I hate public speaking, to be honest. When I started this, I'm not used to it. I hate selling. I hate, inviting, to an opportunity because I feel like, I don't like the feeling of people feeling like I'm earning from them. I don't like that feeling. But you know what? I approach this game that everything that I do, I train my brain that it seems that I love it. That's the way I do it. So I do things, I contemplate on it and think that I love doing it until the point I reach the point that I actually love doing it. Just like right now, that's why I talk a lot. That's why I'm like this, very energetic. You know why? Because before I hate to do this. Now that I fell in love with this, teaching people, again, I'm not no better than you. I'm not trying to be a guru here, but I'm just ahead of you and I know a lot of things, how to get around this business. That's why there's some sort of an advantage, but you can get ahead of me. That's been proven. So do it like you love it. And that, again, it will make your life very exciting. Another thing is your desire to win is more important than the system. Remember that. Uno Premier, Uno proven, multi-millionaire, so many, all over the Philippines, all over the world. But you know what? The system that we have is nothing compared to the desire that you must have. That's more important. Butch, I'll put an example, no? Again, not to brag, just to put an example. You put me in an event that is very boring, like a sleeping crowd, a mad crowd, a crowd that is hard to please. You put me in that event, I will make sure that event will explode. Not because I'm good, because, it's all in here. It's all in here. It's all in the, that's why, again, this opportunity is very beautiful. But like with Sir Jeffrey's energy, with Bronwyn, with Kelly, each and every one of you, your energy put together, you yourself can make this more beautiful. Your desire will make this more energized. That's why it is important that we put into mind, yes, Uno Premier has been doing it. Yes, I will have a good life in Uno Premier. But also remember that no matter what kind of improvement Uno does, if your desire is just like the desire of the normal members, nothing progressive is going to happen. You have to set it higher than what you are used to. Like your limit is here, put it a notch higher. Because why? The logic is very simple, and this is science. If you put it higher than your normal capability, at least if you're not in your right senses, you're still in your normal energy. You get my point? Always take it higher. So like when you're goal setting, go for something that you think is impossible. Because if you will not hit that goal, you will still be able to get something that is awesome, that is amazing. Don't settle for the same goals that everybody does. I want to be good in presentation like a week from now. I want to be good in invitation like probably a month from now. I'll probably earn my first $1,000 3 months from now. That's very normal. Don't do that. Everybody does that. Right? Do something like, Bronwyn, Jeffrey, Kelly, and everyone stepping up right now. That's something that everybody's not doing. You know why? Some of them are sleeping right now. Some of them are eating. Some of them are watching TV, doing something senseless. See? Because people are used to doing what is average. You want to have an extraordinary life? Don't do extraordinary things. Like eating, remember, like exercise. Listen, everyone. People said, I cannot exercise, I don't have the energy for it. My God, if you can walk from where you're sitting to the refrigerator, you can exercise. You can walk to get food to the refrigerator, to get water. You have the energy to do that. It means you have the energy to exercise. My God, what are you talking about? Right? If you have the energy to do nonsense things, watch TV all day, be on social media, be doing, things that does not, grow you. If you have the energy for that, you have the energy to be good in this business. Right? You have to be the energy to be better than Sir Jeffrey, to be better than Bronwyn, to be better than Kelly, and all the leaders here. I cannot see the names of all the leaders. You know what I'm saying? You understand? It does not make sense to me. That really does not make sense. We're not trying to be intelligent here. We're just talking plain and simple human language. Right? Right? So, moving forward, the system is proven. Now, prove yourself. The system does not have anything to prove to you. You prove yourself to the system that you are really, you deserve the system. You deserve to be part of this. Because mind you, if the system sees that you deserve to be one of the richest in this opportunity, in just one click, the system can do that for you. You guys know about that. That really happens. Moving forward. True greatness is giving it your best shot all the time. Like I said, if you're going to do something, don't do it halfway. Don't do it half cook. Don't do it like, okay, let me just do it because, Uno Premier invited me to talk. Let me just get over with this. You know what? I took a bath. I had a haircut. I brushed my teeth. I'm wearing pants right now. I prepared my presentation. I made sure I am conditioned very well for tonight. I slept properly. I have my goji juice here. So everything I prepared because I believe in this principle. If you do something, if you're going to invite people to come into our business, give it your best shot. Because one person can change your life. One person can be that great leader. So don't waste people. Exert that great effort, especially if the person does not want to be part of this. That's the most exciting part. If the person is negative, that's the most... You know what? It's boring to invite positive people. It's very boring. Like if you invite your friend, very positive, hey, come and be part of this. Okay, let's go. Let's do it. How much is it? That's boring. How about our training? We cannot use our training because he or she is positive. Like you want to tell the person, wait, I have something more to say. I've been trained very well. I have more data to tell you. How can I use it? You're very positive. I cannot explain the business. You don't have to explain, my friend. I like this. I like opportunities. I'm all in. That's boring. You know what's exciting? You talk to negative people. That's exciting because, the more you figure that there are a lot of dumb people. No, just kidding. It's nice to talk with those that are pessimists. It's nice to talk to those who does not believe. And you give it your best shot. Yeah? Because unless otherwise, you will never know You will never know if that person is the next great leader of yours. If that person will make your organization explode. You know what other people do? Hey, hi, would you like to be part of this opportunity? Would you like to see and come in our Zoom and, let's talk about, but it's up to you. After the presentation, you like it, then let's do it. If not, it's okay. I don't do it that way. I tell my friend, if I invite my friend, you come over the presentation. If you don't like it, I'll give you $1,000. I go to that extreme sometimes. I'm not suggesting you do it. I'm just, somewhat in exaggeration, but they understand my point, because they will never that will never happen. Because even if they don't like the opportunity, they like the ideas, they like the learnings. And from that, they already like the business. Wow, I like this. There's a lot of learnings. Aside from the earning, there's a lot of learnings. I learned a lot of things from that bald person, from that person who looks like Boy Abunda. I learned a lot from him. That's, So, again, if you're going to invite, do it with all your heart. Don't settle for no. Maybe. Don't settle for that. I know it's hard, but, that's what makes it exciting. Unless otherwise, don't do it. Don't do it. Because you will, again, the paradigm is very simple. If you don't do it, you will never know the result. If you do it, but you don't do it with full energy, you half cook only, half effort, you will never know the result. So might as well don't do it. It's the same thing. But if you do it with your full energy, you'll know the result. Right? Now, what's more exciting is if you do it with your best shot, even if it's a no, remember, you learn. There must be something that I said wrong. There must be something that I did not do right. Let me think about it. See? That's what's exciting. And now you get to fill your hours in a day with more sensible things to do. Like analyzing what you did. Because if you don't, like you have 24 hours and much of those hours you're just looking in the horizon, thinking about things, thinking about this pandemic, how will you earn more? Waste of time. But if you have your hours using that to rearrange, your strategy, rearranging your plan, that's more fruitful. That's why I tell you guys, it's nice to make mistakes. It's nice to fail. Because there's a lot of void time in our day. There's a lot of unused time. We're just trying to fill it. What we Filipinos, what we usually do when there's a void time, we eat. We eat 5 times a day, 7 times a day. Merienda, snack. Later, another snack. And we eat rice all the time. That's why, because there's nothing to do. We cook. Some of the great cooks are here. You know why the Filipinos have some of the best singers in the world? Do you know that? We can, when in competitions, international, ever since 20, 30 years ago, Filipinos are good singers. You know why? We have nothing else to do. You know what happens when there's nothing else to do? Because everybody does not want to fail. And they're lying on their sitting on their chair, looking at the horizon. They're singing. What's going on with my life? That's why we're good singers. It's not because we practiced. It's not because we're inborn talented. No, we had nothing else to do. That's the truth. Because, as much as Filipinos are awesome race, we are really intelligent human beings, I will say. But, a lot of people are scared to try. A lot of people are scared to try new things, to fail. That's why there's a lot of void hours. We're not doing in a lot of time. I don't know with your nationality. Every day you wake up, like if you sleep 7 hours and you have 17 hours in your life for that day, make sure that all those spaces, all those minutes, you're doing something. Because unless otherwise, the devil's mind is the idle mind is the devil's playground. It's the devil's playground. So you go to the refrigerator, you order online. Yeah. So you make sure you use that. You talk to your parent. That's nice. Talk to your child. You communicate with friends. Those are nice things. Not business all the time, of course. That will get you insane. But make sure you give it your best shot all the time. And otherwise, don't do it. Okay? So a few more. I hope you guys are also okay with my noise. The light will come to you. We all get that one moment to shine. Remember that. This is not something to make you motivated. No, I'm not saying this to keep you motivated. No, this is the truth. You know, the spotlight always moves. And it will hit you. It will come to you. Sure, 101%. The only way that will not happen if you stop. If you stop, the spotlight will not find you anymore. Where is he? Where is she? It's her time. It's his time. I cannot find her. What happened? Oh, after 10 rejections, she stopped. No, you don't. That's the light will come to you. That's for sure. You know why? Again, don't forget, I've been here for a decade now. I know millions of Uno distributors nationwide, worldwide. I know of a lot who started with nothing, literally nothing, knows nothing, no organization, does not know how to talk, does not know how to sell, does not even know how to use the cell phone properly. But now they're earning thousands of dollars every month. That's why I am very confident to tell you right now, whether you believe it or not, the light will come to you. The light will come to you. I'm not gonna lie to you because it will be waste of my time. I don't like wasting time. That's why everything that comes out of my big mouth tonight is the truth, and you have to believe it. Because you know what? I know you know a lot of people, but I am one of those people that you know that already has experienced what I'm talking about. You got my point? I did not read about this. I did not Google this. I did not YouTube this. I am a legitimate business person with right now with about 5 businesses running. Of course, focus on Uno only. Uno only. I have talked to millions of Uno distributors that came from nothing, now earning thousands of dollars. That's the truth. I'm telling you the truth. I'm not making this up. I know them. I met them. I know their story. That's why I'm telling you the truth. Just don't stop. Because this is not motivation. If you are getting motivated, well, good. Because I'm telling you the truth. I know the future of this thing that we're doing right now. This is just part of our history. Sooner or later, we'll be very big. And you guys will all be laughing. Laughing your way to the bank. Right? So I know, you get my point. That's why I train effectively, because I experience it. You know, I don't, I like the books of, but I don't read them. My principle, I know about them. I know of some of the principles, but my logic is, yes, it's okay to read all those, 7 irrefutable laws of leadership, Think and Grow Rich, Robert Kiyosaki and stuff. That's great. That's awesome. But you know what's better? If you really get to experience it. That's something else. And I tell you right now, all of you right now is listening. That's why when I say you're the future top earner, you're the future multi-million, I'm not kidding you. I'm not trying to motivate you. What will I gain from motivating you? Let me tell you. Let me ask you rather, what will I gain if I motivate you right now? Then after this, you're pumped up. Oh, that bald guy is awesome. He made me talk to the cockroach and the kittens and the rabbits here. I want to talk to more people. But I'm telling you the truth. The truth is, I've seen everything in Uno, and I believe you will be one of the greatest one day soon. Just don't stop. Please give yourself a break. Don't stop. Stop doing something else, but not this one. I am an extreme kind of person, so I easily get carried away with the thought of winning. I'm extreme, guys. Like I said, if I'm going to do something, might as well put in, my heart and soul into it. And I'm excited with the thought of winning because I've been a loser half of my life. I've been a loser. I mean, more than half. I'm 44 now, turning 45. So more than 30 years of my life, I'm a loser. I got sick and tired of it, I cannot buy things that my parents want. I cannot buy my siblings what they'll be happy of. I cannot, even have a good meal. So I've been in that situation many years of my life. That's why right now, all I think about is winning. That's it. That's why here, Muhammad, he's driving, but he's listening. That's the winner attitude. Driving and listening, my God, a lot of people would make that an excuse. People would say, I'm gonna drive. I'm in, I cannot attend. And they will make up all these emergency stories. I have an emergency. You guys stop using that emergency, because what emergency means is life and death. If it's not life and death, it's not emergency. So anyway, get yourself carried away of winning. That's what I'm trying to say. Think about winning. Think about proving yourself to those who neglected you, to those who made fun of you. Some people will not do that, but I think that's very not to make, not to throw stones at them. Just so you can satisfy that inner strength of yours for that to come out. You have to fall in love with winning. You have to be carried away with that, The thought of, making the lives of people better, that's winning. Becoming a really good trainer, speaker here, that's winning. Enjoy that kind of mindset, that kind of overflowing energy in your brain. Oh my God, that will, even if you forget to take your vitamins, you'll always be energized if you think like that. And of course, be mentally prepared. Have a conqueror's mindset. Be mentally prepared. Why? Everything starts from here, like I said. Science proves already that there's growth mentality and there's fixed mentality. That is science. How do they get their astronauts, their engineers, their top CEOs or top executives? They study that the person's mindset. They check if the person have a growth mindset or a fixed mindset. That's science already. Because being mentally stable and mentally prepared, being positive, optimistic and all, and you gain that through trainings, of course, and being with the right community, being mentally prepared will really get you easily to your success. And have a conqueror's mindset, like I said. Don't just earn, big extravagant with your dreams. It's free. It's free. Do it. Even if you don't achieve it, at least you achieve something, Have a conquer. If I am from Dubai, if I am from Singapore, if I'm from USA, whatever state you're in, at least, I'll have the biggest network here. I'll have the biggest organization here. I know it's going to be a rough road, but what the hell? I'm not quitting. So if I'm not quitting, it's going to happen. Inevitable. And nothing will stop me. Even if I'm driving, I'm listening. Even if I'm on work, I'm listening. See? Actually, I know that most of you are going through something, in life. You probably have some problems. Everybody has. But you know what? You have small problems. You know why? I'll tell you this. People right now are dying. Their problem is how they're going to breathe to live another 2-3 hours or even 2-3 days. Billionaires lost billions because of pandemic. I know 2 friends who lost billions. What's your problem? Your problem is like what? Thousands? Nothing. That's nothing, my friend. Huh? So what I'm trying to tell you is, my God, my friend, never stop. Never stop, because it will happen. Never stop. Inevitable. How can opportunity escape from you? How can, success can never escape you if you're that persistent. No, even if success runs away from you, even if success hides in the mountains, even if success dives into the deepest sea, but you're persistent and you'll never quit, you'll get to it. It's just like a puzzle. Even if the puzzle is very hard, it's the hardest IKEA puzzle. If you don't stop solving that puzzle, eventually it will be solved. Period. Even if it's a puzzle that's like, there's a puzzle that I know of that's like 10,000 pieces puzzle. Let me tell you, even if you're not going to be able to solve it in 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, but I tell you, in 3 years, 5 years time, you'll be able to solve it. Right? Right now, you're not as good as Sir Jeff when you do speaking. You're not as confident as Kelly. You're not as fluent as Bronwyn. It's all good. It's all right. But I tell you, if you don't stop, eventually, you'll be better than them. I am one of the worst speakers in Uno when I started. I tell you, that's the truth. You ask the board of directors. I am the worst, one of the worst speakers. You know why? Because if you ask me to talk, I do not talk. That's worse than talking. So have a congruous mindset. You know, there's no competition aside from yourself. Be better than yourself. That's about it. Again, I'm no better than you. It's just that I have more experience. Believe in yourself. Believe in God. Always pray. You keep yourself safe, and always think about winning. Think big, because there's only two energies you will put your, I mean, there's two things you will always put your energy into. Might as well put it on the other side. So anyway, it's been a pleasure being here. I'm really sorry for my energy. Thank you for, you know, really absolute pleasure for putting me here. I'd love to be back probably 2023 because I'm very busy. So 2023 will be my next.
No. We're not gonna take that. What do you mean 2023?
So
Points.
no, you have to talk to my 56 secretaries. I'm sorry, Bronwyn.
Oh, I'm gonna talk to William Barbo. Would that work?
That would be scary.
Listen, Butch, upline Butch, thank you a million times for this mastermind training that you just given to us in one brushstroke. So thank you so much. We all know you are up there. You have, you're part of this mindset training that's offered by UNO, along with other UNO icons. So I appreciate the time that you're spending time with us.
Thank you.
Also, the fact that you have mentioned in a few times during this conversation that we should be doing this more than one time, two times, maybe three times a week. Now, I welcome that, and I'm gonna take you up on that offer, because I have been wanting to invite you, but I was not afraid. I was afraid how you're gonna react. I was afraid that you don't have time because you're so busy. And hearing that from you, an invite from you, is a godsend, because we all believe in all God's perfect timing, correct? So I am listening. So I'm gonna ask the board of directors through the UNO proper channels to have you connect with us, to the global leaders, not just UNO, because that's what we are struggling. We're struggling with somebody who is not afraid of nose bleeding when they speak English. I want, and you live the life and you inspire us. So we need to get a dose of you at least once a week. Does everyone agree? If you agree in that, just holler, unmute, just say, yay, yay, yay.
Yes,
Come on now, make some loud noises. We gotta do this, do this.
Yeah, and also that's Aldolfus is one of the best, you know, speakers there. Kuya Rom is here, also one of the best speakers there is in, you know. And Ate Julie is there. Hi, glad to meet you, Patricia. You're here. And everyone, I see a lot of great leaders here, great speakers. Ahmad Al-Majar is here.
Ahmad is here. And we have formed such an alliance for everybody to know. We've been at this for about a year now, going on a year now. We connected. It started with Romeo, and then Miss Julie, and UAE, and Jeffrey Foley. We have formed a global alliance, and we are missing you, Coach Bush Tan. And I want you to hold our hands to push us more into success. So I have two questions before we wrap up. And I know it's 12:44. It's past midnight in the Philippines.
Wow.
And so two questions. I heard you say you talked to millions of distributors. Now, the figure has not really been galvanized anywhere else, but I've seen it in one of the Zooms that I've attended, because I'm always connected. I'm always in Zoom. Now, I've seen a slide that says UNO now has over 2 million members. Can you confirm that?
Yeah, probably even more.
You hear that, ladies and gentlemen? Yes?
Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. We needed to hear that.
Yeah, I experienced it myself. And of course, very basic. Not everyone is active, but the mere fact that there's that kind of numbers, that's an amazing feat by Uno.
Yes, and I believed in that, and you know, like you coming, I just found out from your talking that you have a research background. So I have research background over 30 years. I used to collect data like crazy because I know data is powerful to influence politics, decision makers, converting people to believe in something and taking action. And so you just gave us all these 8 amazing steps. My second question to you is, if you are talking to a newbie, of which Jeffrey Brewster is building his US, what do you call, USDA prime meat US group here in the United States, here in Cincinnati, Ohio, and we're reaching out in the Midwest and all over US. If you're gonna tell us 3 action items as you wake up in the morning to ensure the success, whether it be inviting, learning, and practicing public speaking, whatever you can offer, 3 daily Uno actions to ensure success, please share it with us. And
Actually,
then I'm gonna wrap this up.
yeah, I like that question. You know, it's the first time somebody asked me that. That's a very sensible question. But let me start with I usually don't do things in the morning. I plan things out before I sleep. So before I go to sleep, I already have laid down on a piece of paper the things that I have to take an action on the next day. So the next day will just be in action. So now answering the question, so I already have planned it the night before I go to sleep. So the next day, if I'm new, I'll be teaching you what to do. The first thing is make sure that this is very simple now. You are already delighted and very happy that your eyes opened and that you're still breathing. Because a lot of people, this is very simple. You know, a lot of people will go already into, what do I have to learn? Appreciate first the life. Because you know why? If you get to appreciate the life that you're given already, you're given again that day, then you will not waste it. Right? So when you wake up, the number one, so I'm given 3 things only. So number 1, wow, I'm awake. Oh, I'm reading. Oh, I'm still good looking. I still don't have hair. So that's the, you look at your mother or father, if they're still alive, your daughter, you check if there's food, your dog is there. Wow. You check your social media. Oh, my friends are still there. Oh my God, this is an amazing life. Another day, another dollar. So because if you get to practice that, then you will not waste it. You will not waste that. No, this is my chance again to do better. And number 2, make sure if you're going to target something to do, to act on, make sure that's something that you like to do first. That's the cheat. Now, as you progress, you do what you don't like to do. But if you're new, a beginner, you first do things that you like doing. You have to train your mind first. I cannot tell you, practice public speaking. I'm really scared. Like the English of Miss Brown is kind of, I cannot force you to do that because that's something that will be very uncomfortable to you, and you're new. So I'm not going to college. I'm not going to bring you to college if you're kindergarten or nursery. I'm going to make you do something that you like to do. They'll ask you. You ask yourself, do I like to learn more of the products? Then I'll go for that. Do I love being motivated? Then I look for the motivational videos in Uno. Do I like to know more about it? I talk to the upline or to the coach. So you do something that you like to do. Make sure that's about the business. So that's number 2. Then as you progress, like 2 months, 3 months in, so you start doing things that you're not comfortable doing, like public speaking, or probably learning the nutrition benefits of the products, something like that. But make sure, I cannot teach you to sing if you like playing chess. So let's start with something you like to do. Let's start something that you think is your strength. And number 3, of course, make sure that you have something. If for a beginner, that the question is for a beginner. So if you're new, make sure you accomplish something every day that's very easy. This is what I tell my daughter. My daughter is here. My daughter is learning guitar. I tell her every day, because I'm training her brain, to always accomplish something every day, to improve something every day, small things. You learn 3 chords today, that's good. 1 chord, it's good. That's still learning. So make sure you, before you go to sleep, you already analyze tomorrow what are you going to improve on. And make sure it's easy. You're not bound to do things that are hard at first. Let's be honest about it. So, because you know why? I'll give you an explanation. Science. This is science. If you accomplish things that are easy for you, you will get confidence. Right? You'll be confident. Oh, that's easy. I now know crypto organic. I now know how to open mind. I now know how to. You get confident, and you know what? Confidence breeds belief. Remember that. I'll repeat that. If you are confident, your belief sustains. That's the only way you bring about that belief. You have to be confident. You don't believe if you're not confident, right? You don't go bungee jumping if you're not confident, right? You do not believe in bungee jumping because you're not confident in that. Does that make sense? So you cheat yourself. This is the right way of cheating success. You do things easy, the easier things, and make sure you accomplish something that is easy. And those little things, as they accumulate, you put in more challenge. Yeah, like lifting weights. The first, if you look at your social media, the first few days of those who are trying to get fit, they do these silly exercises. No, silly, just random stretching and jog in place stuff. That's okay, because you cannot do the harder exercises if you're not able to accomplish those small things. Because you're building the attitude, you're building the right mindset, right? So with those 3 questions, and I hope you understand. 3 answers with that question. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much. Everyone, Miss Kelly, I'm gonna go ahead and do the gallery. Can you do the gallery view again? Well, thank you so much, Coach Butch Tan. I'm gonna follow up to have you connect with us once a week. You just let us know what would be the best time. So far, in the last 4 years that I've been with UNO, we have reserved Sunday night, which some people in the US are not too crazy about because that's football. But then again, that is an established time that people are really here, at least in the US, are able to do. But we're willing to be flexible. We can stay up at 3 o'clock in the morning if we have to. That's how we want to stay connected and build. So anyone agreeing that we're gonna request for Raymund, for Butch Tan to do this, please raise your hand and give me some confidence to do a big ask from the board of directors. Okay, and this is captured in the recording, so I'm gonna share a little snippet of it when I do the ask. Thank you so much. Now, I just want to make some announcement. Promotion is going on about signing up and getting upgraded here in the US, and I think UAE. There's a lot of promotion as far as like if you actually bring in 5 directs, you become global. Okay, so you remember that, especially for those people that have deep pockets or prospect that have deep pockets. The people that you see here, you're getting familiar with. Like I said, we've established this structure for close to a year now. All these people here are willing to help you out, so reach out to them. Also, another promotion is, I think in the Philippines, the Unopreneur is being advertised again for half the amount of money that you're putting in. What else? Lots of, so I suggest, please go into the, I'm laughing because, okay. So go ahead and check out all the promotions. Know that UNO board of directors just want to to make sure that we have everything that we need. And we already know that. So like what Butch said, it's all up to you. You are handed all this in a silver platter compared to what other leaders in the past had to go through. If you have been active and listening to stories, people are, they've gone through so much for us to have this easy escape to step into. So let's prove it to them that their efforts are not wasted. Miss Kelly, it is 12:56. Let's go ahead, please, and do our Kodak moment to make sure that we share with others that there are over 50. We peaked at 55 today. So over 100 next week. By the way, next week I'm sharing, my husband is sharing, and Jeff is going to do the global VP. And I'm going to tell you a little bit more now that I've heard Butch Tan's testimony. I'm not too far from that. I don't have the millions yet, but I know that it's going to happen. So he just empowered me. Yes, I'm going to tell your story. For some people, it's gotten really old, and sometimes I forget where I've been. And so it's always good to reflect on those steps. You know, as you know, 4 years ago, I was at the Araneta Coliseum talking to 16,000 people. That was the first time that I met Butch Tan. And this is such an honor that we actually in the same Zoom. So yes, that's a success story for me. It may not be a big check, but for me, I'm very happy. So I'll think of something else tomorrow when I wake up. Thanks for the tip, Coach Butch. Miss Kelly, please.
Yes, guys, please turn
What's
on
the
your
honors?
cameras and have our groupie. Smile. Una sign. 1, 2, 3. All right, page 2. 1, 2, 3. All right. Thank you so much, Coach Butch Tan, especially. Again, we have learned a lot.
Definitely. Thank you. See you next week. Bye. Love you guys. God bless. Be
God
safe.
bless everyone.
Hi, Daddy.
Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Thank you, partners all over the world. God bless.
Yes,
Bye-bye.
thank you.
Payaman, payaman.
Payaman.
Yes, definitely.